Everybody, Mature Simmer here. So we're here to finish up this week's TGC tour. We're still at the black tees, 4th pin position. Medium wind, very firm fairways, very firm greens, and fast green speeds. All right, so we've got wind and direction, so I'm going to go over here. And we're going to use both the elevation and the distance and the wind to move us a little closer. There we go. Not a bad result, I would say. So we're going to gain 5 yards. That would put us right at 207. So we're going to back this off. It's going to put us at 198, and then we're going to get some roll. And we're going to need to do a little bit more for the lie. I don't know. I think we're all right. I don't want to go too far over is the problem. So we're heading toward the stick. That's where we want to be. Yeah, see. So I'm glad I didn't shoot it further up. That would have just made it worse. I think I see what I'm seeing. And I could be wrong. All right, 75, so we're probably weak. Yep. All right, and then we need to be right about there. Oh, come on. Wow. This is just one of those greens that I could not figure out as I played here. I have like had a shot for an eagle every time, and we're just barely making things. All right, so we got right down on the border. We're gonna put this right there, and hopefully, oh, hit the pin. There we go. At least we get one. See where we can end up here on this 4th round. Put this over there. Again, keep it close to the hole. So, all right. Just trying to thread the needle a little bit. Okay, we're kind of right about where we need. I gain 5, lose 5, so it's going to basically sit where it's sitting, which means I need to pull this back. Not sure I like that, but well, I guess I like it more than I thought. So we'll take that one. A little bit. All right, clearly by the foot, it's not moving much, so we're just going to do that. All right. Just trying not to red rhythm it, honestly, was really my biggest worry. Because that seems to be what starts to happen as I get a little worried about stuff. My goodness. All right. I tried to go a little weaker on the swing. Didn't work, so I'm sure I'm going to really overdrive this. Yeah, hit the top of the hill all the way over. Not surprising again. All right, I'm going to put this there. And even though it's an extra foot, I'm going to let it go. Yeah, okay. I don't want to put any extra into it. Just seem to be right at this cup position all the time. A little red, but I didn't get to read the number before it went away. And again, the result is more important. Down 10, gain 3 maybe? So we're definitely down some. So 7-ish. Get a little bit of a bounce. All right. We're not near the stick, so I assume, yep, I'm off. I am a little bit. I'm going to go a little bit extra. Ah, 2%. You're crazy. The extra didn't help either, so. All right. So it'll be about there. Okay. We got that, but those are never fun. All right. Big long shot here. Roll that over. All right, we're going to gain 3, we're going to lose 5. Really going to gain 2 and lose 5. So it's a net of losing 3. I don't think we can go much further than that. Now I want to be about there as well. I don't know. Oof. Okay. So not nearly enough. So a little extra power. Not a ton of extra. Oh, could we be any closer? Probably not. I think the ball was peeking over the edge of the cup there, so. Put it there. Gain a little. Move this back. All right, I'd say that is good. Yep. That is real good. Oof. Not a great position again, but it worked. All right, 8th hole. Just need this to carry and roll. That is the target. Nice, 335. Puts me right at the borderline. Okay. And then we're gonna pull this back a little. Go over here. Oh, interesting little rubber band. That really yanked it back. This seems stronger than I would think, so I'm gonna do that. Still not enough. Wow. Okay. So pin placements are definitely out there to challenge us. If you haven't liked or subscribed, please consider that. It's greatly appreciated. And a really beneficial thing for the channel. Go down, go down. Yeah. Another 20, 25 yards. That's 75 extra feet. That's a big one. All right, we're going to lose some there. Definitely need to be over. Yeah, we're going to do it about there. Feeling good about this one. Yeah, it's not too far. A long way over, but goodness. So about there. Of course, can't not red rhythm because, you know, what would it be if I didn't do that? God. So again, botching it. Just botching it completely. And of course, because I can't hit less than 7, so it's finally on target, but it couldn't bounce and go in the hole. Nope, it's got to bounce off the stick and do that. All right. So we're gaining 7. We're going to lose 4 or 5. Definitely need to pull this back. Just feel like we're gonna roll some. Yep. So I could have gone up a few yards. All right, so I think we're right about there. And I was right. I like getting birdies on par 3s because they are rare. And that's the thing that's ultimately going to get me to like really a good spot. So if I can start converting those kind of things, that starts getting me really close to, you know, 10 birdies a round at least and stuff like that. You miss par 3s, there's like at least 4 par 3s on most courses. So, right, basically gaining 8, losing 6. We're going to do a couple yards, so we're going to pull that back. Well, because of the uphill, I'm going to leave it there. All right, I'm hopeful. I'm hopeful here. Still a little long. Wow. All right. So I guess I should have gone back. Not much to say. Not much to say at all. Wow. It is not what I needed. All right. We should be able to carry this. So it might hit the little brush thing there. Yeah, that's what I was worried about. It's no big deal, but, right. So that should make it easy enough there. Okay, we're on target. Somehow we're long. Not liking this, I'll tell you that. Not liking it at all. Right, it was only 2% red, almost 3, so... But I think as long as I'm below 4, really below 3, I think it's not, like, enough to entirely matter. But we're getting down to the last few here. Okay, again, we're going to start rolling downhill. We've got another 10 yards, so that's another 30 to 40 feet closer. Way down, so that's going to be 10, 13. And then we lose 8, so if I go here, that's going to put me at 106. We're definitely going to go up here. Should be okay. All right, well. Now we're too far to the right. By a good ways. Yeah, I don't think there's anything straight here. I hate these. I just hate these. All right, well, we got the 52. It went in. But challenging putts, to say the least. All right. I always just wonder, like, I don't know. All right, 95. I was definitely trying to partial swing it, because with a 10-mile-an-hour wind, yeah, I knew it was going to be too much otherwise. Now we got to cross breeze a little bit. Not much there. 7 feet up. Let's try it. I'm worried we're uphill. We're going to end up short. Man, did we end up short. Oh, and it thinks we're in the sand, too, so that's even better. All right, so if I go... Okay, the splash... All right, we're gonna... Oh my god, that made it so difficult. Oh my god, that was awful. Okay, well, clearly that took off a lot more than I thought it would. So now we're just trying not to get a bogey again. All right, should be okay. I feel like, again, par 5 squandered. Through 14. I think I've already asked you to subscribe and consider, but I'm going to ask again. Give it a like. Help me. All right, we got through. We're probably going to go all the way across. Again, that's just what it does, but still, I think the cleaner way to do this... All right, we keep hitting farther, so I'm going to assume that's going to happen here. I might be wrong, but no, I'd say that's pretty solid. Didn't go farther, but it put us in a good spot. And we got a birdie. 32? Yeah, 32 under. That's awesome. So yeah, they ended up, they finally did finish the rounds in between rounds 3 and 4 here. Ooh, okay. And so we were actually off by 2 or 3 on the promo marks, so it didn't quite end up being that close. I think they pulled it to 36 up, so I think it was too 2 strokes short. And again, I don't know if this is going to be enough here or not. The 7-iron's going to roll some. So, in theory, I'm adding 5% power there, so that should be good. I'd say it is. Almost no movement. So, let's see, 54. Oh boy. Oh my god, strong, but it worked. Oof. Alright, that was luck. Like, that shouldn't have gone as well as it did, but hey, you take them. I mean, sometimes it just works. So we're gaining 8, losing a little bit. So we definitely want to pull some back here, maybe a little bit further. All right, it's up in the air. All right, not a bad spot again. So again, I think we're going to be right about there. I like that. These are important. Just keep powering it in. Just keep piling them on. That is what needs to happen. All right, we're going toward the stick. Okay, we're on the other side for the first time ever, so hopefully that won't be bad. Let's see. A little bit of crazy here. So we're going to put it there. Also do it with the wind. I'm going to pull it. I'm going to put this here, and we'll see if this works. Man, I would love to get an eagle. I just think that's going to be really hard. All right, well, we got a nice straightish bounce. It's not going to roll very far. It's going to be a really long putt. So I'm going to put it right about there. All right, 66. Nope, it's going to cut over. But I should hopefully be able to get a birdie here. So barely 40% or... All right, nice. So 36 under, I think. So that gets me right where I could have gotten a promo point last week with. And let's get 97. Hopefully get a wood. I'll probably do some more challenges. Get myself up further. All right, an Evo tool's good. But I really want this wood. But we do have 98, 99, 100. I still got to go up 3 levels. Today's the 18th. Actually, it looks like I ended up at 35. Thought I got myself to 36, but I did not. But I finished much stronger as opposed to last week. I finished with a 4 under. So this was now my best result. So that's pretty sweet. But is it going to be enough to get a promo mark? It should be enough, I hope, to not get cut. We'll see what this all looks like. I've obviously got the other events to play. But I'm feeling pretty good. Like, I've got 2 days after today to get 3 more CHP rounds. So I should be good. And, you know, just keep playing on a little bit. Maybe not as aggressively, because I'd certainly like to get some other stuff on the channel. I haven't touched Tower Simulator in a while. Haven't touched a bunch of other things in a really long time. I get that Derail Valley looks like it's slowed down, but trust me, I've got so much Derail Valley done and waiting to go. I just really spread them out because I didn't want to inundate people with that. But yeah, we're well, you know, a month ahead with that. You know, just trying to squeak some other things in. But I think I'm going to have to do some flights to maintain my status and things like that. And I'd also like to start my pilot's life next contract and really start to lean into that a little bit. And super excited. I think if you're into the VFR tours, and if you're not, I'd encourage you to watch those. Like, even if you're not a flight sim person, even hopping around and just seeing the things we're seeing there, really, really cool world tour that's going on. We just finished leg 25. We're going to be going to leg 26. There's 234 legs in total, so there's a lot to come. We're going to see all kinds of awesome stuff around this globe, I'm sure, and that would be a great thing. Those show up on Saturday mornings, so they tend to be longer if you just kind of let them run in the background and whatever. But they're VFR flights, which is visual flight, which means I'm a few thousand feet above the ground. You get a good view of where we're going. These aren't airliner flights. And you just get to come across some really cool information, history, stuff like that. And the SI Tour Tuner, I think we have finally resolved the problem that's been going on since October, at least. And I'm hoping that that will now permanently be fixed. So that would be awesome because we'd have, over 200 legs that have access to that really, really cleanly, which is only going to help with the immersion and just how cool those things feel. But with that, I'm going to wrap this up, and I will see you next time.